Good day and peace be with you. My name is Rochella L. Esperanza and I am the leader of the Health and Safety Department. And today, I will be showing you the daily activities in our department. Starting off with the contemporary topic, our department created a short video to spread the awareness of COVID-19 to our fellow immersion learners. And this is all about ways to avoid COVID-19 using the abbreviation STOP COVID and the symptoms of coronavirus to help inform the viewers. Next up is the Japanese Principle 5S, which we presented through a PowerPoint presentation. The principle is designed to decrease waste and maintain cleanliness in our workplace. These methods should be practiced in every workplace to have easy access to the materials that we need, save time, make ourselves safe from any accidents that might be caused by unorganized staff, and for us to have a comfortable workplace to work on. Even though we immersion learners are just working at home, it is very important to still practice 5S. After a tiring morning of work, we conducted a daily ergonomic exercise every 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We actively follow a leader in doing the stretches, meditation, and simple exercises to loosen up our stiff bodies. In addition to this exercise, our leader also gives motivational speeches to keep up the morale of his fellow immersion learners and relieve their stress as well. These things are essential to keep the productivity of the group. For every activity, there are also immersion learners who sometimes aren't able to accomplish the tasks given to them. Some common reasons were weak internet connection, confusion with links, and etc. The list shows the participation of EMS5 member cooperation with the daily health checklist since it was the first day and there were several technical issues and difficulties. They were only given a warning. So moving on with the next agenda, our department was also tasked to give memorandums concerning health and safety related topics. In the 5th day of work immersion, we were assigned to make memorandums depending on the given topics. Like that I presented, this is a earthquake drill regulations, do's and don'ts. As you can see, the memorandum made by the staff of Daily Health Safety Department, it shows it or talks about what are the things to do or not to do when there's an unexpected calamity such as earthquake to ensure the safety of the people. Next is the memorandum about proper waste segregation at home. As you can see, this emphasized the importance of knowing the basic concepts of waste segregation. They made it like that to ensure the cleanliness and safety of the work immersion learners and their workplace. Another one is proper use of fire extinguisher, which talks about importance and proper usage of fire extinguisher is clearly demonstrated in order to lessen the hazards that is indeed a threat to the health and safety of employees but also to the whole company. Lastly is the memorandum about the unsafe acts that you can encounter while working at home. The memo states that working from home may require specific assessment and assurance from the employer to that work can be carried out safely. A decision about whether the work and the worker are suitable for home working will have to be made. So for this slide, we conducted a monitoring of health status of work immersion learners through the use of daily health status checklist That includes the basic personal information, health status, probable symptoms of COVID-19, and their travel history. The immersion learners of the Health and Safety Department made a memorandum about the daily health status checklist to inform the work immersion learners in complying with the monitoring of their health status. This will keep the immersion learners' welfare and promote awareness. So for our 5S photos, our task is to create a Google form and monitor everyone's compliance. Since it is our first Google form created for our business unit, the immersion learners encountered several problems like poor internet connections, encountered difficulties in opening the forms, and not immediately notified. Some of the immersion learners was still able to answer the forms, and our department hopes for everyone's cooperation to fill up the 5S photo daily. For the health checklist form comes with a memorandum as well to inform the other work immersion learners to monitor their health daily and answer the survey. This is essential to note if the learners are healthy and fit to do work in order to avoid making an illness or disease worse if the employee has one. And lastly is the status report, wherein all of the activities done for the whole day is summed up and submitted by the leader. This also contains the participation and roles done by the individual members to accomplish the department's task. That would be all. Thank you.
So, good afternoon. My name is Kathleen Dalva from Health and Safety Department, Business Unit, EMS 5. So I am here today to report our accomplishment for day 6. The first task assigned for our department is made a video teaser or PowerPoint presentation to promote ways to avoid COVID-19. It is our task to provide the immersion learners some small tips that will help everyone to be aware and know what to do to avoid having the virus. Some tips included in the video are staying hydrated, maintaining a healthy lifestyle and a clean environment, prepare healthy foods, and more. In this video, safety protocols are included like avoiding crowded places, taking vitamins, regular hand washing, and etc. These tips will help the immersion learner to prevent the transmission of COVID-19, and you can see our video posted in our Facebook group. Another checklist and monitoring for day 6 was added. It is the electrical safety inspection by the immersion learners. The memorandum for it was also posted at the group page. The electrical safety inspection was opened for the whole day and was closed at exactly 6 p.m. The immersion learners assigned for the monitoring are the ones to check the responses and record those immersion learners who did not comply for the electrical safety inspection checklist. As for day 6 or November 19, 2020, out of 101 immersion learners from EMS 5, 24 students were unable to submit their response. The list of names was also appointed to the ER department and was given an ente. The Health and Safety Department also conducted a monitoring of health status of the work immersion learners through the use of daily health status checklists. This checklist includes the basic personal information, health status, probable symptoms of COVID-19, and their travel history. The immersion learners of the Health and Safety Department made a memorandum about the daily health status checklist to inform the work immersion learners in complying with the monitoring of their health status. This will keep the immersion learners' welfare and promote awareness. It is also very important to take care of our health, and the learners should stay fit, active, and healthy so that they can avoid unnecessary problems during the work immersion. So the highlight of our day 6 is the ergonomic exercise. So the Health and Safety Department conducted an ergonomic exercise in order to keep everyone healthy and relaxed despite all of the workloads. All of the participants should open their cam for monitoring and a proof of participation, and with the help of Google Forms, they were easily monitored to the attendees. So you can see in the screens those employees who weren't able to join the ergonomic exercise. Out of 101 immersion learners, 42 were able to participate. So we are also tasked to make a memorandum for safety guidelines during natural disaster, safety procedures during earthquakes. Another one is what to do in case of fire. Then first aid kit orientation. You can see in the screen the memorandums that we made. And lastly, the waste segregation. You can see the memorandums that we made and was posted in our group page. So lastly, the 5S photos for day 6, the form for 5S compliance was once again posted in the group, as you can see in the screen. The main purpose of the 5S compliance form was to monitor if the immersion learners are practicing the 5S in their own homes. The form was open the whole day and was closed at exactly 6 p.m. The immersion learners assigned for the monitoring are the ones to check the responses and record the names of those who did not comply for it. As for day 6, out of 101 immersion learners from EMS 5, 25 learners were unable to submit their response for 5S compliance. The list of the names was also appointed to the ER and they were given an ente. So you can see in the screens the list of the names that weren't able to comply. Some of those immersion learners are Lentijas, Tercena, Tiope, Grabosa, Ansejo, Damasig, Mucho. So the rest is in the screen. So lastly, for proof of accomplishment, we are asked to send a email or status report to the Createch email account. So yes, that's all. So in short, those are the accomplishments of Health and Safety Department for day 6. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Queenie Pika Bidog, and today I'm going to break down all the things that we have accomplished or finished during our work immersion in Createch Philippines Incorporated, specifically in our day 7. As per usual, our day started once again with a prayer led by someone in our department. After that, a Zoom meeting were executed to distribute all the tasks that we have accomplished or finished to every other member. After that, as it hits 1 p.m., everyone were expected to join the ergonomic exercise that is conducted daily by the Health and Safety Department. Although it is an exercise, it doesn't require to be in a spacious area just to follow all the instructions the instructor is saying. The ergonomics exercise is the one that helps all the immersion learners to loosen their body up and also freshen up their minds despite the several challenges in doing all their tasks. So after that, the memorandum were once again posted in the Facebook group. The first one is all about the proper usage of wheelchair. The second one is all about the bandaging operation, and the last is about the knot tying operations. In addition to that, everyone individually were expected to do the following. The first one is the daily health status checklist. The second one is the electrical safety inspection. The third one is the 5S checklist. And the last one, the daily narrative report. By the end of the day of our work immersion, the leader have to accomplish the status report wherein the people will see all the people who attended during that day and who did not, and also who complied and who did not. And that would be all. Thank you.
So, good afternoon to each and every one of you, and this is the BU EMS 5 Health and Safety Department Accomplishment Status Report, Day 8. So in the next slide, as you can see at the memorandum with the subject of illness prevention due to changing weather condition, indicating the protecting yourself from oppressive and extreme heat, protecting yourself from the sun and UV rays and others. So in the next slide, as you can see is another memorandum with the subject of unsafe acts. It indicates the definition of unsafe acts examples, the most common reasons for unsafe acts, and also how to avoid it. So in the next slide, as you can see, another memorandum with the subject of proper use of spine board. So these are the main steps on a trauma patient immobilization indicates here in this memorandum. So these three memorandums was prepared by health and safety staffs, noted by our health and safety representative Ms. Roselia L. Esperanza, and it was approved by our learning operations manager Ms. Zanette Fuentes. So now here is the highlights of the day. The highlight of the day is the ergonomic exercise led by Marcangelo H. Pascual. So highlight of the day, as you can see in this picture, there are some workers of the BU EMS 5 that attended. So the summary of attendance in the ergonomic exercise is 68 people attended, but 33 people did not attend. So in the next slide is the electrical safety inspection checklist, and the summary of attendance is 83 people accomplished the task while 18 people did not. So here in daily health status checklist, the summary of attendance is 80 people accomplished the task while 19 people did not. So now the 5S photos, health and safety BU5, and the summary of attendance is 75 people accomplished the task while 26 people did not accomplish the tasks. So in the last slide, as you can see, the rating based on outputs. Create and announcing of memo, proper use of spine board, the unsafe acts, the illness prevention due to changing weather condition, monitor compliance of daily health checklist and electrical inspection, the ergonomic exercise, the monitor compliance of ergonomic exercise, endorses to ER, and lastly, the monitor compliance and collect daily 5S photos. So here is the 8th day of the BU EMS 5 Health and Safety Department Accomplishment Status Report Day 8.